Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're talking about Fairy Tail 521, The Mightiest Mage. A relatively simple chapter, and the best way you got to look at this chapter, it was very much a roundup, summarizing and setup chapter at best. But I guarantee you there's going to be people that are going to cry by and whinge and, oh, this was so horrible, I can't believe it. But really it is just a standard chapter. It was okay at best. But it was literally like a roundup and a setup chapter. So, without further ado, let's get into this review. So, not a lot really happens. There was one key moment, and that sets up one of the battles for the following chapter and whatnot. And there was another setup scene. But beyond that, not a lot happens. But there were some moments that I'd like to discuss, and it gives me a bit of discussion topic as well. Let's just kind of cover the main elements for me. So number one, that with things going back to normal, there was a touching scene when Laxus held his grandfather's body in his arms and he says, just wait a little bit longer, I'm taking you home to Fairy Tail. That was a touching scene, and you know, it meant a lot from the emotional side of things, because it's how Laxus is dealing with the apparent loss of his father. I say father because he's been the real parent towards Laxus. I mean, his real father was scum in comparison, so that was like his real parent. So that was a touching scene. I mean, the rest of it was round up for a lot of it, so I'll kind of go over it. So Jacob and Agil are defeated again, and we see the whole Brandish and Di Maria thing. There was a funny moment with Di Maria being basically scared of Natsu and him apologizing for going overboard, but they're basically non-elements in this fight. And then this opens up the discussion. If you really look at all the people that were in the Spriggan 12, a lot of them had two fights. Those that got defeated had two fights. So if you look at Rohid, he had one, more or less. Because he defeated a few people, but then eventually he got defeated. Did he have his second fight? Not really. But if you look at some of the other characters, Eileen didn't really have a second fight. She had this one big fight. She kind of sent Aknologi away, but she had that one big fight with Erza, and she's basically done. And now you've got August, who had a fight, which wasn't really a fight because he wiped out Grimsosare and Jalal handedly. And then he sets up the second fight, right? So out of all of the elites, the top three, the secret weapons, only one person is gonna have a second fight, which is August, I guess. The destruction one of the 8th month, okay. But Bahid or Lackhead, whichever, Lackhead if you want to look at it in a different translation, hasn't really. Eileen dead. But if you look at everybody else, they've all had their second fights but Invel. So Agil lost to Erza and that other mage who can shoot a gun. Walech got defeated. Di Maria got defeated twice. Brandish wasn't really involved too much. Ninehat got defeated twice. The number one mage of Magnolia got defeated twice, even though he was in a weakened form second time. Bradman got defeated twice. So all these people got really defeated twice, had two opportunities. So it was like, first they got built up to be something big, then they got defeated, and they kind of got relegated to get defeated by other people. So it's kind of what we saw with them. So the only one that's a question mark for me is Invel, because I'm not sure if he's going to come back. I'm hoping he doesn't, because it's going to add some suspense. But ultimately, it's done. He's had his time. You know, he's pushed Grey forward and got him to develop a little further. So that's pretty much that. Now, with that being said, the second key element is August's return. So August kind of stands on top of a chapel, does this speech, and Brandish is like, no, now that he's pissed off, he's going to kill everybody. I won't see you again. I don't think she would say in that voice, but yeah. And then he gets interrupted by my man Gildarts. Finally, we get to see him go all out. I say finally because he fought against the supposed 8-element Dragon Slayer. But he was weakened, and he didn't really do much, and kind of said, look, you're in a weakened form, I would rather face you when you had full power. But August surpasses him, so August's fight with Gildarts is really going to truly show how powerful Gildarts is. And the reason why this is important is for a few different things. It's about scaling. If you look at the scaling point of view, Natsu got as strong as Gildarts, as stronger as the Gildarts from like a year or two ago, as he was able to basically whoop Blue Note's ass. So it's naturally understandable for him to be a lot stronger now. He's grown a handsome beard, a very manly beard at that. So it'll be good to see him and his full power now, because then we can scale Natsu and the rest of these folks in comparison to the strongest mage of Fairy Tail. So that's going to be interesting. With that being said, the rest are basically heading towards Fairy Tail, who gets their first grey, and he's like, Jalal's like, oh well, I was expecting Zeref, as I was expecting Jalal or Laxus. That's an important statement, because that's what he expects from them. That's why he expects them, because he holds them in a higher regard, I should say. With that being said, though, he's gonna fight Grey in such a way that essentially is disappointed that he's gonna cause hurt to Natsu, and with Natsu on his way, this might be that final conflict. Now, with Natsu potentially being human now, is he going to get affected by Zeref's death? We don't know. I keep asking the question. I'm still holding it out there, so it's a key thing to remind yourselves moving in to the next few chapters. So, okay setup chapter, okay roundup chapter. Let's just get the riffraff out of the way and let's get to this key element. With everything being returned to normal, where's Akinologi in this? We haven't really heard from him, so he might come and play later. We'll have to wait and see. But that's pretty much my review. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And please, no trolling or hating. Come on. If you don't like Fairy Tail, don't bloody watch it and talk about it. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Peace.